Hello?
Oh, we're gonna go ahead and get started, Gloria, whenever you're ready.
Okay, good afternoon. Welcome and thank you all for participating in our meeting this afternoon. We have a lot of information to share, so I'm hopeful that you will all stay on until the end of the meeting. Okay? Donetta?
Yes.
Okay. You want to speak to the membership?
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Stanley Isaac, senior citizen members. I just want to say happy March. We're celebrating National Women's Month. And also, I wanted to say I'm not still in Georgia. I'm back in Georgia. I was in New York a couple of weeks ago, and just for medication. And I'm here with my mother and sister, and we had rainy weather yesterday. I mean, it poured for 2 days, but now the sun is out and we're in the 50s, so I'm sun tanning. Anyway, nice to see everyone that I can see, and keep the faith. I'm keeping the faith for opening by July. Have a good day.
Okay. Thank you, Donetta. We look forward to seeing you when you come back to the city. And I was remiss in saying to you members that we don't have any deceased members this month. So that means everybody is wearing their mask, keeping their distance, washing their hands, and all of that helps to make it quicker for us to get back to the center. So without further ado, I'll turn it over to Aaron and our video.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to membership meeting. Great to see you all here. We have a great looking crowd. We have like 45 folks on the phone and on Zoom today. So that's wonderful. I'm Aaron Rooney, Clinical Director. I oversee the Senior Center and Aging Services. And I have the pleasure today, before we go any further, of congratulating our very own Gloria King, who was New York One's New Yorker of the Week this week. So if many of you already know, I already see in the chat that that there's been, so folks have seen it, maybe you saw it on the news, or it's been circulated through the email, so maybe you had a chance to watch it. But we need to take some moment here. We're going to put it on for you just in case, and if you haven't seen it, we'll look at it again. But it is so well deserved in such a wonderful way to start the month, to start Women's History Month, and to just sort of acknowledge what a advocate and just an amazing person and New Yorker Gloria King is. Gloria, we've known each other many years now, and you know, I can speak to how well deserved this is, and we're very proud of you, and we're proud to show this now. So Gemma, if you're able to, if you could cue up the video, we'll all sort of watch it before we get started.
I apparently don't have access.
You can watch it.
Gemma, you can just hit ask later
sorry.
and it'll work.
Yeah, there we go.
Gloria King doesn't leave her apartment much these days.
For myself, I have my word find that I do.
At 89 years old, she's doing everything she can to remain healthy and active. But it's tough.
Because of COVID, I spend the majority of my time in here, in my apartment.
It's a big change for her. Because before the pandemic, King would spend her days at Stanley Isaac's Community Center, stuffing envelopes, rolling silverware, or helping wherever she saw a need.
Oh, there's another person that I probably need to call.
Now King is reaching out in an old-fashioned way.
Hello there, Miss Maria.
King spends hours each day on the phone, speaking with her fellow seniors.
So, but they're always happy, you know, to get a call and to know that I care.
Blessing their days with grocery check-ins and cheerful conversation.
Always end with me telling them something to make them laugh, because I'm a firm believer laughter is good for the soul.
King makes sure everyone is heard and that everyone has what they need.
Love you back. Bye. calling and talking to a lot of them, it also takes my mind off of how I feel.
King jokes that she has become the center's hotline as seniors continue to struggle with loneliness and COVID, especially with the difficulty seniors are having finding vaccine appointments.
You know, call Gloria because she has the answer, or she'll get back to you right away with an answer.
One thing she and the center members get excited about each year, King's Black History Month celebration. But this year she had to move the program online. Still, with careful planning and dedication, the show will go on.
Okay.
Giving the other seniors more than just her phone call to look forward to.
Good afternoon, and thank you all for joining us.
For taking the time to lend an ear, Gloria King is our New Yorker of the Week. Pat Kernan, New York One.
All right, quick round of applause there for Ms. Gloria King, our New Yorker of the Week. How very proud we are. Gloria, how do you feel this week?
I mean, I was really just elated. Clara Coda called me about 9 o'clock in the morning. She said her daughter had seen it at 6 o'clock in the morning, and she said, "Oh, this is Mrs. King, and I have to let her know that it's on New York One." So I was very happy. I was very happy about that. Overwhelmed with all of the calls and emails and well wishes from, I don't know, from everywhere. And I was especially proud because then Clara's daughter, I don't know if you can see it, she made this poster for me that shows the 4 places that I was in my living room. So that's kind of special, which I'm going to print and frame it for myself. But for Greg and Marin and whoever else was responsible for this honor, there are no words. There are no words. I will continue to do as much as I can, as often as I can, and know that from my heart to yours. You know, I wish you all the best always.
Well, we're so thankful to have you, Gloria. It's very moving to watch that again. Honestly, we're at the almost 1 year from when we had to, make those awful decisions to, to close down the space. And 1 year in to remember like how tight this community still is. We have 50 people on this call right now.
Right.
And that just doesn't happen. This was unprecedented what we went through this year, and for you and everyone else that made those calls and continues to do that to connect with each other and reach out, it's just amazing. And it's just, I don't know what else to say, but you deserve it, and we're very proud of you, and we're proud to see that and to share that. And
thank you.
Yeah.
And I would like everybody to, if she's on for the meeting, that's Maria Rodriguez. Said when I was calling to check about her because she was in California. And so that's how I've been keeping in touch, making sure she's okay and her son is okay. So I do make those calls, even out of state, if I have to.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you again. If you want the clip, we did share it with the membership email. If you're on there, so pass it along, share it with everybody. Let's make that as widespread as we can. So thank you for all that, and thanks for everyone that helped put it together. So I have a number of updates that I'll try to move through. We have a lot of things to update on today. So I will talk about vaccines. I know that's on top of mind for everybody. We are, as we talked about, 1 year in, and it's hard to believe that in some ways. In some ways, it feels like it's been many years have gone by since we've been going through this. There is hope. Obviously, we were saying hope is in the air. If you're following the news, there's another vaccine that's been approved. Looks like it'll be only 1 shot, and there's hopefully much supply coming in faster than we anticipated. So that's good news, and that's hopeful. But it's not here. It's not all here yet, and it's still very slow. The process is slower than we would have hoped in New York City. So don't let your guard down. Don't take off that mask, even if you have been vaccinated. Don't take your mask off when you go out in public. Keep the social distancing. Keep doing what we've been doing so that we can get through this together. we're a little chatter when we opened about, when we'll reopen. Of course, that's on the top of our mind as well. And we hope that, that can happen sooner than later. And we don't know what that'll look like yet. We certainly don't have a date or a time frame for that. But the best thing we can do is keep on these vaccines. If you are interested in a vaccine appointment, we are working hard to get those for folks where we want to know if you're interested or if you're not, so that we have good tracking and data for that. We have requested many times now to be a vaccination site with the city programs that operate those. They have not yet given senior centers and given us any go-ahead or permissions to do that. But we are, I just want to make clear for you that if that becomes an option, we are very open to that. And that was what we would like to be able to offer to you. We'd also like for you to be able to get vaccinated in your homes, which would be the safest option. So we're here, we're trying to advocate as much as we can for that to happen. Many of you I know have gotten your vaccines. The more you can share your experience with each other, the better, I think. We want to make sure that people have good information. A lot of people are hesitant about getting a vaccine, and that's okay. Any reasons for that, and we understand that. Want you to be able to make informed decisions for yourself. But we are committed to continuing to have information sessions on Zoom here so that you can get the information and ask your questions and get them answered by professionals. So I know when Gemma gives her report, she'll probably talk a little more about vaccines and what's working and what's not working. And she's a little bit more informed than I am right now about the pharmacies and some of that stuff. So I'll let her weigh in as well. But just know, we're talking about it. We're trying to get them to you as quickly as and efficiently as possible where you are, so you don't have to travel. Okay, we'll talk about food for a second. So we have food pantry still going once a month. There you have for the program with New York Common Pantry. We now I think have 183 people on that. We're delivering those every month. So if you are interested, the requirements for that through New York Pantry, you have to be over 60 and the income has to be below $1,300 a month. If you are hearing that and saying that, well, I don't qualify for that, but I'm still in need of additional food items and pantry items, talk to us. We will figure out, what we can do to meet those needs. We want to hear from you about what you're experiencing regarding meals and food. I'm not sure if, let me see, I'm not sure if Damien's on today or if he's going to be able to join us. He gave an update last month about some stuff that they're working on with a program that they're calling Soups Up, which was the soup meal kits that we're hoping to bring to you. So that's still in motion and still trying to, to hammer out the details for that. But it was nice to hear that there was some interest after the last meeting. That will likely start as a trial around the neighborhood, for a handful of people. It's going to be hopefully will be a kit to be able to produce to make meals, so like broth and grains and things to make soups. And hopefully the idea is to along with that and along with being able to cook again, hopefully at some point with Department for the Aging and that to get you off that Get Food program. If you are on the city's program, the city delivered meals, Get Food, we would like to hear from you as well, especially if you're, experiencing, good or bad results from that food. That's all useful for us to know. We also can announce that we are officially members of the Food Bank of New York City. We've partnered with them in the past for certain things, but we are now officially members, which means we are hoping to be able to expand pantry access to folks beyond the eligibility criteria for the 60 plus program. So we should have more updates about that for you by next membership meeting, I think. But the good news is that a long process, but we became members. So we are now members of Food Bank. That will all help. Okay. Gemma will update on virtual programs, but I just want to give a pitch. Please participate in as many virtual programs as you can. As Gloria always says, it's a numbers game, right? We do have to get people on those calls in order to to maximize our government contracts and make sure that we get enough coming in from those contracts to keep things going, keep those programs active. They are growing every month. Gemma has put some extraordinary stuff together. So please participate. There's a couple of nutrition groups coming up that we really need to have attendance at in order to keep that going. I want to shout out to Gloria and to Justina and Gemma about the Black History Month celebration last month. That will go down in history as one of the most special events that we've ever had. I think certainly one of the most impressive and moving events that we've had on Zoom or anybody has, frankly. And I've just heard so much great feedback. So thank you to everybody that contributed and read and spoke or helped plan. And that was really just a wonderful event that will not soon be forgotten. We have some stuff coming up. We want to acknowledge Women's History Month this month of March. We have Passover and Easter coming up. We want to make sure that we recognize those holidays and have programs and events. So we're currently putting that stuff together. Gemma might be able to share a little more about that. If not, we'll get some updates going soon. And let's see, what else do I have? Rachel Samuel, as you know, departed after last call. That was we had some nice going away stuff for her. So it was a bittersweet departure, but we're happy for her. Looking forward to hearing about how she's doing at Columbia. We are actively recruiting for that position. So, I've had some good calls and interviews. Hopefully we'll have somebody in that place by the time we meet again. And we have two students, Kathy and Karina, are both finishing up their internship placements this month. So good big thank you to them. I think at least Karina's on the call today. So thank you, Karina, for all of your wonderful work this year. Appreciate all you've done, and look forward to continuing to stay in touch and hear all the wonderful things that you do after this. So I think that's it for me. I know I've been talking a while. Thank you all for listening. I will pass it back to Gloria to continue on the program.
You forgot to mention about the tablets.
Oh, thank you, Gloria. That's my note. So tablets, many of you, hopefully some of you are on the tablets that we provided. We were able to, I think back in the fall, end of summer, early fall, we were able to purchase quite a few tablets to get people on Zoom, get people online. If you're on the phone right now and feeling like you'd like to see us in person and participate like that, we do want to know how the tablets are working for you, and if there are still need for tablets. Kind of going back and looking to see how that program worked, how it's going for folks, what the needs are in terms of technology, and hopefully there's opportunity to get more if we need them. So if you're doing outreach calls to other other members and they're having tablet needs, just communicate that to us. Let us know. You can always call me or send me an email, or Gemma or anybody. Okay, thanks, Gloria.
Okay, thanks, Aaron. So Gemma, are you ready with your programming updates?
I am. I'm just gonna let Gloria Gong go first. She has a program she wanted to share that I forgot to mention. Gloria, whenever you're ready, you can unmute.
Sure. Hi, everyone. This is Gloria. And, we have a program to provide the counseling for the seniors with depression. So we have this program called Behavior Activation Program. They provide counseling services for 60 years and older adults with the symptom of depression. So all the sessions will be conducted via the telephone or video, and you will receive the behavioral activation either from a peer coach or a social worker. So we need you or who you think may suffer from the depression to help us to promote this program and identify whoever is eligible to join the program. And feel free to reach out to me, and I will leave my phone number and extension in the chat box, and also I will send to Gemma so she can share the information with you guys in the email list. Thank you.
Thanks, Gloria.
No problem.
Alrighty. I have a lot to go through, so everyone just be patient with me. Let me just pull up my list. Okay, so
Get a pen and paper.
yeah, so I'm also going to email this out after the program in addition to what Gloria shared about the behavior activation program. So, 1 second, sorry. So, I made a little mistake in the email today, but I sent a correction. So the NYCHA town hall meeting, it's about the blueprint for change. The CEO and president of NYCHA will be there to discuss the blueprint for change, as well as provide an opportunity for questions and feedback. Pocky will be speaking a little bit more in depth about that, but that is going to be tomorrow at 6 p.m. So it's a great opportunity for anyone who lives in Isaac's homes to join in, to listen about the blueprint for change and also provide feedback. And it's a good opportunity to speak with, you know, the powers that be at NYCHA. So I think it's a really great opportunity. There is a link to register that I sent, but if you're on the phone right now and you want the phone number for how to join, I'm going to repeat that twice. So grab your pen and paper if you're interested. The phone number to join is 888-788-0099. Again, 888-788-0099. And the meeting ID for that will be 849-2108-5649. Again, 849-2108-5649, and this will be tomorrow at 6 p.m. via Zoom. So in addition, we have some more updates. Liz Kruger will be having a town hall on Friday on telehealth basics. It'll be at 2 o'clock. I did send out the information for how to register for that. Once you fill out the registration, you'll get an emailed link for the Zoom program. If you want the call-in information, you can give me a call. I'll give you my phone number after this. But that will be on Friday at 2 p.m. It'll be really beneficial if you're interested in learning more about telehealth, especially you know, if you're trying to avoid going to the doctors, because, you know, COVID is still prevalent. It's still something that's out there. And, you know, the safest way to see people is virtually. So they're going to discuss telehealth. And I think they're going to be having breakout rooms with a couple different hospitals to discuss how to navigate their telehealth systems. Visiting Nurse Service of New York next Wednesday, we'll be having a colorectal cancer awareness workshop. That will be at 10 a.m. March 10th. And they will also be holding it in Spanish at 2 p.m. That Wednesday is also one of our first nutrition workshops. It's going to be a part of a couple nutrition workshop series. I'm very excited about it. The person that's leading it is a nutritionist, has worked with Hospital for Special Surgeries. The first workshop is going to be on nutrition for healthy bones and muscles. So I think anyone can benefit from that, including me. That will be from 11 to 12 p.m., 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then this Zoom stretch class that we hold at 1 p.m., the one that was right before this one, will be moving to 1:15 as a start time. So just be aware that it will be starting at 1:15 instead of 1 o'clock. Liz Kruger will be having another town hall to discuss conspiracy theories, discussing how they develop and how to combat them. And that will be next, I believe, Thursday, the 11th, from 7 to 8:15. March 18th at 11 a.m., we'll be having a workshop on vision and aging and how as you age, your vision may change. And that's going to be with Lighthouse Guild, which provides services for people who have vision impairment. So I think it'll be a really great workshop to attend, just so you can be aware of your eye health and what to look out for and how as you age, your vision may be affected. We will be having a fraud prevention workshop with Tolly Weinstein's office March 19th at 11 a.m., which is a Friday. And then our last nutrition workshop for this month will be nutrition for type 2 diabetes and pre-diabetes. So I think, again, that's a very beneficial meeting, even for me. That's also on a Wednesday. It's 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. I'm in the works of getting another COVID FAQ session. I know as the new vaccine rollout with Johnson & Johnson, there are a lot of questions and, again, hesitancy because this vaccine, to my understanding, is different than the Moderna and Pfizer, and obviously it's only one shot. So a lot of people may have questions, and obviously we've seen the difficulty with vaccine rollout and vaccine access. So as more people are getting appointments and vaccines become more available, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine will also probably be integrated into the mix of getting vaccines more accessible to people. As of right now, the two best places to search for vaccines is the TurboVax website and the New York City Vaccine List website, which I've shared multiple times. I've gotten a lot of feedback both from staff and from members that the website, so right now the most vaccines are available at Duane Reade's. Unfortunately, there's a limit or lacking of vaccines in the area of the Upper East Side. What I'm seeing is that there's a lot of vaccine availability in Midtown Manhattan, around the 50s, the 40s. If you're comfortable traveling, we'd be more than happy to help you schedule and arrange for transportation for you. But unfortunately, as of right now, that's kind of what's available. Also, we have heard feedback about the Duane Reade system being kind of wacky and not being the most efficient. Again, this is a really big rollout. It's a lot of people using the system, but we're here to support you and help you. So if you need assistance with creating an appointment or getting an appointment, we're still taking down names of people who are interested. As soon as we hear of appointments, I reach out to people who have indicated that they're interested. So just keep emailing me, keep reaching out if you need assistance. We haven't forgotten about you. We just, it's difficult for everyone to find appointments right now. So we haven't forgotten about you. We're just working with the same systems. So I believe those are, we have a pantry event next Wednesday. It's gonna be delivered because it is a smaller pantry and it's volunteer run. The delivery zone is pretty small. It's between 90th Street and 96th Street from 3rd Avenue eastbound. So if you're interested in that pantry delivery, please shoot me an email, give me a call, and we will get you on the list for that pantry. Again, that will be next Wednesday. It will be delivered. The delivery parameters are 90th Street to 96th Street from 3rd Avenue eastbound. Yeah. And thank you, Anna Reefman. I don't know if she's on the call or not, but she, suggested a really great idea. We're in the works of trying to get something put together for Passover. Obviously, the Seder was such a hit at the center in the past, and we want to try to, continue providing cultural programming and opportunities to learn about other cultures. So we do plan on having a Passover program, as well as we're working on getting resources for Passover. So be on the lookout. I'll probably be emailing about it if you're interested. Again, shoot me an email and I'll keep you down on my list. And yeah, those are my updates. So I'm going to repeat my number. I'm going to repeat it 3 times. If any of this information stuck out to you, give me a call. Let me know. Shoot me an email. The best way to reach me is email, but if you don't have email, you can call me and I will get back to you, add you to whatever list you requested. And yeah, so my number is 212-360-7620, extension 198. Again, 212-360-7620, 360-7620, extension 198. Again, one last time, 212-360-7620, extension 198. And my email address is jmarens@isaaccscenter.org. Those are my updates. All right, Gloria. So
What was the date for the nutrition workshop?
so the first workshop is on strong bones and muscles. That will be the 10th.
The 10th, okay.
And then the second one will be the 24th, and that's on nutrition related to type 2 diabetes and pre-diabetes.
Okay. All right, hon.
Damien's not on. I don't think Crystal's on. No updates from Marin or Jared or Frank. But Frank is on if anyone has any questions.
Okay.
So
Hi, Frank. Are you there, Frank?
I'm here. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you too.
How are you?
Good, good. Good to hear you.
Actually, since I'm on the line, hi, everyone. I just want to jump in on just one thing. I know I've tried to keep folks updated as much as possible on the expected renovation of the public restrooms at 415. We are still working with NYCHA to get that project underway. We're still expecting groundbreaking, hopefully within the next several months. They're in the process of collecting the proper permits and getting the project approved now by the comptroller's office. So there is progress being made on that project. Obviously every month we'll keep everyone up to date if there are any changes, either moving the timeline up or hopefully not moving that timeline back. But again, I just wanted to let everyone know, we are working on it and the project is still on schedule to move forward.
Okay. Thanks, Frank.
You're welcome.
1-800-884-6554 or go to carshield.com. Get covered.
So Gemma, who do we have? Marin's not available.
Bucky's next.
She's next?
Mhm.
Okay. Marin?
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. No,
I just want to say another congratulations to Gloria King and for all your work and support and advocacy and diligence. We are so grateful and we are so, so lucky. We're just so lucky. So thank you. So well deserved. So I wanted to cover a couple of things. Frank, thank you for the update on the capital project. We're going to continue to push that. It obviously goes through a number of different levels within the city to get a number of approvals before they actually come in with their shovels and start, breaking ground. But we are hopeful that we will get something underway by the summer. In addition to that, several folks on this call had raised issues about the sidewalk. We have had conversations now with the city about the sidewalk. It's interesting that the Department of Transportation is actually the city agency that oversees a lot of the repairs. And so we've reached out directly to them. There are essentially the leadership of each one of the different boroughs sort of operates separately. But the Manhattan Borough Commissioner, who oversees all of the decisions about when things get repaired, is actually paying attention to this now. We're obviously in a very different kind of year because projects across the city are being prioritized very differently. Because of the pandemic, they're sort of focusing on those things that are sort of most emergent. But because obviously there are so many older adults in this community and folks have multiple needs, we really are pushing for this as much as we can. I'm hoping to have an update in the next couple of days, and I can try to get an update to you guys very, very soon. Hopefully, definitely by the next membership meeting, we'll at least know what's next on this. So that's one piece. I also just wanted to reiterate what Gemma was saying about the meeting tomorrow. that is a meeting with the chair of NYCHA. And so it's certainly an opportunity to, be vocal about any feedback that you have on the plan that's coming up, the blueprint, and also other issues that you may want to raise if you live within the developments of Holmes or Isaacs. So those are sort of the big pieces. The other pieces there has been some change in leadership at NYCHA, and while they have a lot to still show and prove, we've seen I think a little bit different sort of level of responsiveness and willingness to collaborate with us on the issues that residents are rightfully highlighting. And so I just want to continue to encourage people who live in the development, if you're having issues with heat, hot water, elevators, anything, safety, security, please talk to us so that we can help relay some of those messages over to NYCHA. Sorry, one other piece I forgot, not about NYCHA. The mayor, as I had talked about before, the mayor has released his preliminary budget for the city of New York. The city council started its annual sort of budget process where they hold a number of public hearings to discuss the city's budget and all of its pieces. I want to flag that next Wednesday, March 10th, and I can put this into the chat, and Gemma, if you could follow up as well with this information via email. Wednesday, March 10th at 10 a.m. is the city's public hearing with the Department for the Aging to discuss aging services and the city's budget for aging services, which obviously impacts Stanley Isaacs and all other senior centers across the city. So again, that's Wednesday, March 10th at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. is when the city will sort of, give their testimony. 11 o'clock is when the floor will be opened up to public testimony. I think that's it on my end.
Awesome. I made sure to add it to my list for my email. I forgot to mention, and I put it in the chat. Social Action Committee also meets next Thursday. It meets the second Thursday of every month at 12 noon. If you have an interest in, advocating for your community, getting involved, that is definitely a good meeting to attend. And obviously the meeting tomorrow. So be on the lookout for my email after this with all the updates.
Gloria, you're on mute.
Are we going back to Marin?
Marina?
Hi, Gloria, and hello, everyone. Congrats again, Gloria.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I don't have any updates for anybody today. If anybody has questions, I'm happy to answer them, but I think Paki and Gemma and everybody has covered my stuff. So I will just say hello and wish you all a lovely week. It's nice weather outside. I got my first vaccine today, so.
Okay. Lucky you.
Yes, it was a little fluky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, I don't have anything except another thank you. I mean, I just became a star overnight. The funniest thing, because at least 3 of the people that called me thought that I was doing a commercial.
You were a star long before that piece.
But it was very, very, I don't know, just really just amazing. The outpouring of love, really amazing. So anyway, thank you so much, okay? So we're moving along. Marin has nothing. So who else do we have? Jared? No? Damien?
Just jump to Greg.
Greg? Okay. All right, Greg. I don't see Greg.
Hi, it's Greg. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Congratulations once again to the New Yorker of the Week.
Thank you so much.
Could not have a better start to Women's History Month, I think, to acknowledge you and to celebrate you and the extraordinary work that you and our older adults, our seniors, our members are doing to take care of each other during this very challenging time. So thank you and congratulations.
Thank you.
And I just want to note once again, as has been noted before, but I'll just say it one more time. Gemma and Justina put on a tremendous Black History Month celebration to everyone who performed and was present or engaged. I think we were all moved, we were all touched, we were all transported. And I thank everyone for the effort to make that possible. I want to thank as well Gemma and Gloria for the exceptional Lunar New Year event, really start to finish. It was beyond measure as far as I'm concerned. So I just wanted to say that once again, for everyone who participates in those events or was present in those events and offered their time to be part of those events, thank you. But really just it's a reminder of what an extraordinary thing we are pulling off without all being in the same space. And I mentioned that because I was at Isaac's today and I had to go from there. I kind of hustled here, so I missed most of the meeting, and I'm a little just getting back now home after being on site. And I guess I just want to say to everybody here, I don't think we are going to go back to normal anytime soon. And when I say that, I say that from the perspective of someone who is responsible for oversight of an organization that has 50 years of history serving the community, seeking to meet the needs of ages 5 through 105. And I don't think we're going to go back to the way things were exactly. I do hope that we will be in the space together at some point. I know there's been some conversation about vaccines. And I hope that continues to roll out in a way that reaches not just the needs of the few, but reaches the needs of the many. And I also hope that we are in a place where we are healthy and capable of being in the same space and gathering together. But I don't think it's going to look the same. And I say that because the reality is our world has shifted, and the way we take care of each other looks different. And the way in which the Isaac Center is going to seek the meet the needs of the community members that we're part of now and the community members that we are part of in the future, how we focus on food insecurity, how we focus on making sure that people can make a sustainable and living wage, those people that work with us, how we make sure that our public housing development is not falling apart at its seams anymore, and how it is that we build a future and a better future for New York that is just, build a better future for New York that creates equity for our communities. The vaccine rollout has shown once again how Black and brown communities are put at an extraordinary disadvantage. When we look at the data related to jobs at this particular moment in time, COVID has harmed Black and brown people more than anyone else. And of course, it's been our older adults that have been the most hurt by COVID-19, simply because of it, the impact that it has on health and well-being. So all this to say, the world has shifted, and we are going to shift with it. And we're going to care for each other in ways that we think make sense and are sensible. And we're going to stay healthy, and we're going to work to stay healthy, and we're going to take care of each other, and we're going to focus on social justice, and we're going to focus on supporting and celebrating our diversity, and we are going to be inclusive, and we are going to work as hard as we possibly can to ensure that no one goes hungry, no one goes without. That's the commitment that I have as the leader of the organization and as an organization that we are part of, and the work that we do. And I think we have to double and triple the effort. And quite frankly, I'm saying all this at the start of Women's History Month. And when I think of the people in my life who have supported, caretaken, led, and trailblazed, it's been the women in my life that have done that. From my grandmother, the true matriarch of my family, to my mother, everything I've learned, everything I've been given, everything that has been handed to me to be able to carry has come from them, and has come from so many of you. And I just want to start by saying that the focus that we have in the future is about making sure that we are all taken care of. It's about taking the inspiration that we have and the gifts that we have been given and ensuring that the future is fair for everyone. Because that's what my grandmother would want, and that's what my mother would want. And that's certainly what I know our community wants. So on that note, I'll just say once again, congratulations to the New Yorker of the Week. We have a lot of work to do. Hold on a little bit longer. We're going to do the best we can to get vaccines and vaccine access. We're going to do the best we can to stay healthy. We're going to do the best we can to take care of each other. But we're in it together. And when I say things don't look the same, my hope is that things look better. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Greg. Thank you so much. And, you know, as always, I'm with you 100%. You know, I'm always available, whatever I can do when I can. So we'll get it done. We are all in this together. And we have to remember that. It's not just one person. It's all of us working together, giving it our best shot, okay? So where do we go from here, Gemma? Is nobody else available? Damien doesn't want to talk about his soups up?
He's probably very, very busy
Yeah,
cooking soup.
he's knee deep in it. Yeah. So,
Oh,
but
okay.
we'll have more updates on that, you know, as we go through the month, and certainly by next month. And it's, you know, it's exciting. Some new things starting here. So.
Okay. What about Crystal?
Let's see Crystal on here today. Well, I could go through some of the comments if that's okay, Gloria, and then I'll see if there's any questions. So just for the folks on the phone that can't see the comment chat box here, we got some useful updates here from Denise, who shared that she managed to get an appointment at Duane Reade. Both doses were on the Upper East Side. She said a neighbor on Pat said the appointments are posted at midnight. So she went on at 12:30 in the morning. Late at night, and got an appointment for 2 days later, and she saw at least 8 to 10 appointments. So that's one of the first one was on 63rd Street, the second on 86. So that's promising, and maybe a good tip if you want to try to stay up late some night and try to get an appointment at Duane Reade. Denise, anything else you want to add to that? I'm going to put you on the spot, but.
I was just going to say it was very easy. You might want to ahead of time go on the website. It's Walgreens, I think, walgreens.com, and you just have to set up an account. They don't ask for a credit card or anything like that, just name, address, phone number, because they want you in the system. And then you can use their website to locate appointments. And there's a form to fill out that they send if you have, if you have computer access. It's great because it's a fillable form. You just fill it out with your medical information and bring it to the appointment with you. And it was very quick and easy. I was shocked. There was nobody waiting in line. It was fast. My arm's sore, but that's it.
Well, that's great to hear. And thank you for sharing. That's good feedback.
They're doing the Moderna. And they ask you to make both appointments at the same time. Very
good. So thank you. And as always, if you need help setting up that account or trying, we don't have staff at 12:30 in the morning, but we can maybe help you get set up with an account and all that as well, and try during the day. So thank you, and thanks, Denise. That's really useful.
I was going to say, like, sometimes I'm a night owl, so if there's any way I can help you, just let me know. I mean, maybe somebody can help, they can give you the information, but I can look at the appointments or something.
Let's chat about that and how that might work. We love the idea of working together. So thank you very much.
Just a heads up for anyone on the phone. We also, if you don't have access to a computer, we can create an email address for you to get you an account set up. Unfortunately, the easiest way to get an appointment is online, which obviously serves as a disadvantage to those who don't have access to technology. But again, that's why we're here. Even if it's just calling us to create an account and there's no appointments available at that moment, having the any of these accounts set up either for my chart at Advantage Care or at the Duane Reade's, it's really beneficial to just have the account because it's kind of like a key to get into the system if you see the appointment available. So. Also, if anyone has any questions on the phone, *6 will be how you unmute yourself.
Thank you, Gemma. So there's another comment. So Social Action Committee, we missed that one. That's next Thursday at noon. So next Thursday would be the 11th at 12 o'clock noon. That's with Albert. So hope you can join there. And there's more information posted about the City Council Aging Committee hearing. we'll be providing testimonies. Maybe you'll see one of us on there, and that's March 10th at 10 a.m. You can register in advance. You got to register within 24 hours in advance if you want to provide your own public testimony at there. It's online. It'd be great to see some of you on there as well. Or you can just tune in and watch it. They go for a few hours starting at 10 a.m. City Council website, which look, we can put together an email with those the times for those next week.
Question.
Yes, they're not.
With Dwayne Reed, they usually come to our center and give us the flu vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go like to Walgreen, which is Walgreen Dwayne Reed, and then maybe you could log on and get service.
Yeah, I think you do. You have to have an appointment in order to get the vaccine.
Yeah, you can log on to Walgreen Dwayne Reed.
Yeah, same company and website.
Yes.
Yep.
And also, I want to make a comment about senior citizen fraud. Just before I left New York on the 25th, I went into CVS and Morton Williams and made 2 purchases. And within, say like 5:25, when I got in my house at 5:31, they called me that someone had used my debit card in Guatemala. And I just want to say, just be careful, because since then, Social Security has been calling me to establish that. And I've told them twice, I don't answer Social Security over the telephone because they don't call you on the phone.
That's right.
And I only answered the first call because I thought it was Gemma, because the number was from Washington State. But just make people aware. And my son told me it's tax time now, so they're trying to scam me for your money.
Yeah. Thank you, Darna. That's actually the second time I've heard today of a fake Social Security call. So everybody be on the lookout. Social Security will never call you and ask you.
I told the guy, I said, Social Security don't call you.
That's right. So just hang up the phone. Yep.
Right. And I just said goodbye. And
if you're nervous about it, you can always hang up the phone and then call us, and we will contact Social Security with you to make sure that there's no problems.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
If you feel like there's something to be concerned
Aaron?
whenever give the information.
Hello, Aaron?
Okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
Maria.
Aaron, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Oh, this is Maria. Okay, good afternoon. I'd just like to say I did get my shot at Mount Sinai Hospital, so they are giving shots over there. So if anyone's interested, they can just call the hospital.
How did you get it? Did you just call the hospital? What was?
What they did, they called me because my doctor's affiliated with Mount Sinai.
Okay.
Why?
So I got my first shot and I'm doing good, thank God. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, and I also like to tell the ladies that Social Security sends letters. They do not make phone calls. Because I had the same problem.
Okay. Thank you, Maria. We're glad to hear that you got your vaccine, and I'm glad to hear that the doctor's office called you directly. That's nice to know. We want to hear from folks. If that's happening, please let us know. That's good information to have. So thank you.
If you're engaged with a large hospital system, I have a friend whose dad goes to Bellevue. If you're affiliated with a large hospital, I definitely suggest, maybe reaching out to your doctors and seeing if there's any assistance they can provide in getting you an appointment, since they are already engaged in the hospital network. Most of the hospital networks that I've tried to look through that aren't a public hospital still are not available with appointments, but I hear people are getting appointments. So I don't know if they're doing that internally, but that is another route you can go to. So if you go to like Mount Sinai, Montefiore, if you go to, what's another one? Presbyterian, Cornell, it's definitely worth, reaching your doctor directly and seeing if they can provide any assistance.
I went online not last night, night before last, because I had a link on my phone from Northwell, and they in the month of March, not for March the 1st, but from the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, they had appointments available, but I just can't go down to 76th Street, and that's where they were. And that's Northwell Lenox Hill.
All right, good feedback, everyone.
I did hear from Denise that she's saying Northwell, right, Lenox Hill, they were giving it, right? And that's at 76th Street.
And Xenia says Settlement Health.
Yeah.
Barbara Suarez, you had your hand up?
I only had it up briefly to remind people that as we are approaching tax time, remember the IRS doesn't call you either, so be aware.
Thank you very much. Yep.
Thank you. Yes.
Good time to be extra cautious and don't ever give personal information over the phone to anybody that calls you. Sure that you know who they are.
Just about the scams, somebody keeps calling me from different numbers asking if I have low back pain. And I figure they must have years, because who doesn't have it? I don't let it get far enough. I just tell them I'm reporting them because I'm on the do not call list. I don't know if other people have done that, but the do not call registry is, you know, it's relieved me from a lot of pain, you know, with all these phone calls. So I'm gonna try that.
Good to know.
This is Ana Gloria. I'm on the do not call list, but I still get dozens of calls almost every day. So, I've inquired from Verizon, and they say there's nothing more to be done at this point.
Yeah. Well, that's sorry to hear that too.
Yeah, it's frustrating, but it's always important to just err on the side of caution when people are calling you. Try not to, you know, give any information that could be used. I know I've heard a tip of if someone calls you and you don't know who they are, don't confirm your name. Like if they say, "Hi, is this so and so?" and you say, "Yes, this is." They say not to say your name because it could be recorded and used as like a voice confirmation if you get called, you know, if they use it to get other information through other accounts that use voice activation or whatever. So just something to keep in mind.
That's also why I've gotten so many lately that I've warned people that I will have to hear who's calling on my answering machine before I pick it up.
Right.
So that's another thing, yeah, because the name thing is true.
I'm having the same problem also.
If I don't, when my phone rings, if I don't recognize the number, I don't answer. And at the end of the day, when I'm going down the hall, because my answering machine is in my bedroom, and then I see who's calling, and if it's one of the members whose number I don't have, then I return the call the next day. Other than that, I don't call at all. If I don't recognize your number, then I don't answer.
Not a bad idea. So it sounds like this is something that everybody's experiencing. So good to weigh in on there.
Because of my blindness, I have to do it audibly.
Right.
Auditorily. I have to hear the person's name.
Yeah, but it sounds like you're doing a good job of protecting yourself against that. So thanks everybody for weighing in on that. I think Barbara had her hand up again.
Yes, I did. On the do not call list, check to see if your number is still active on there or have your number updated on the do not call list. Because I recently checked the do not call list. I was still listed, but I updated it to make sure that I'm still there, so that can reduce some of the calls that you do get.
Yeah.
Good tips. Good advice here.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I do that too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
I probably need to do that.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
If it's important, they'll leave a message.
That's right. Any other questions? Comments? Let me go here. You can also put them in the chat. This was a very productive hour and a lot of good stuff covered. Gloria, they said we couldn't do it in an hour.
Right, that's what I thought. Right.
Covered a lot of stuff.
We did good, but we had a lot of people that didn't sign on.
We had 54 today, though. Still a good number for any Zoom call.
Right, and we haven't seen and heard from Crystal in a while. I think I got to send her a little note, tell her she's got to at least come on every now and then so that we can see her face and know what's going on back there.
Yes, I know we missed Crystal on the call here.
Exactly.
Okay, well, Gloria,
this is Sheila on the phone. I think I've gotten more calls that I haven't touched the phone this week. Like I'm going on 3 a day. And I stop everything. I run for the phone and I don't pick it up. And I don't have my name. You've reached Sheila, or I don't have my phone number. I just say, leave a message and I will call you back.
Oh, look, it's gotten bad, these scam calls.
Well, part of that is I've spoken to people who are good hackers and stuff, is that the Zoom, unfortunately, does what is the word in English? It risks your privacy and your security, both the computer Zoom as well as the telephone Zoom. They're able to automatically generate phone numbers, and that does is a risk for your security. So be aware of that. That's part of the Zoom, the downside of the Zoom.
Part of anything with the computer and the phone there. It's true.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Any other thing before Gloria sends us out?
Yeah, I guess I will if we're all done with everybody.
Really
Okay,
quickly.
Oh.
Sorry, really quickly. I just looked up on the website if you're interested in adding to the mix of your vaccine search. There's a phone number I put in the chat, and I'll say it really quickly. I'll repeat it quickly 2 times. For Northwell Health, if you're looking, interested in going to Lenox Hill and that's doable for you. The hotline number that they have is 844-919-VAC, VACC. So 844-919-VAC, VACC. That's the hotline number to schedule.
But Northwell?
Yeah.
Lennox.
Yeah, they're a hospital affiliate with they're an affiliate with a lot of different hospitals now too. So I guess that's a hotline number for their network. So it may be good to tap into them.
Okay. All right, so we thank you all for signing on. And as I'm signing out this afternoon, this is our little poem for today. Ever there is a strength makes you able to master headaches and trials, or the greatest disasters. You won't always win. You might bow to defeat, but there is a strength puts you back on your feet. Though your body grows frail and you must suffer pain, there is a strength that is always the same. It doesn't depend on how much you can cope, for you hold a treasure that renews all your hope. Ever there when you need it and seeing you through, your strength comes from God who lives within you. So we can do all things through God who makes it possible. Hang in there, all of you. Wear your mask, distance yourself, wash your hands, and we'll see you all next month.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gloria. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Great to see
Thank
you
you
all.
all.
Be well.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gloria, and congratulations.
Thank you so much to all of you. I appreciate all your well wishes. I wish all of you the best always.
Thank you, Gloria.
We have a happy hour after this if you guys want to join.
Okay. I think we can grab a snack, Gemma, you and I, because we're always without lunch, right?
I actually ate a piece of toast with peanut butter and jelly at the beginning of this meeting.
Okay.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye, Gloria. Thank you. How do I go?